Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
It was a dreary Tuesday morning in the Novus Tech Corp parking garage in Viridian City, and I was running late. In a moment of distraction, I misjudged a turn and heard a sickening scrape. My heart sank. I just clipped the rear bumper of an old company fleet sedan, one of those beat-up models passed around among junior staff. I got out, ready to face the music. The damage was minor, a small dent, a paint scuff. Both our cars were still running. The other driver, Vincent, a project manager a few levels below me, was already out of his vehicle, looking livid. I apologized immediately, acknowledging my fault, and offered to settle it privately with cash. I figured a few $100s would cover it, maybe even $1,000 if he really pushed it. It was, after all, an old car. Vincent, however, had other ideas. He scoffed at my initial offer of $500, then $800. He insisted on involving the corporate security and HR department. I warned him that doing so would make things far more complicated for both of us, but he was adamant. I upped my offer to a full $1,200. His response, a swift, unexpected punch to my jaw. I staggered back, stunned, as he jumped into his car and sped off, nearly running over my foot in the process. My vision blurred, and the pain was intense, but my mind was clear. My company vehicle, like all senior management cars, was equipped with a 360-degree dashcam that recorded everything. I had clear footage of the entire incident, including his assault and his license plate. I immediately drove to corporate security, my jaw throbbing, and showed them the footage. Director Sharma, our head of HR and corporate affairs, was appalled. They identified Vincent quickly. I was asked if I wanted to involve local authorities. I declined. Hopping corporate disciplinary action would teach him a lesson. Vincent was given a 2-month suspension without pay, demoted, and had a significant portion of his quarterly bonus forfeited. I thought that would be the end of it. A few weeks later, I was grabbing a coffee in the company cafeteria. Vincent spotted me across the crowded room. He walked right up to my table, his eyes burning with resentment. He started insulting me, calling me names, gloating about how his punishment was over and I couldn't touch him again. I reminded him that I had chosen to spare him the full legal consequences. He sneered, confident he'd gotten away with it. A cafeteria supervisor witnessed the entire outburst. I got their details and reported Vincent's breach of his disciplinary terms to Director Sharma. She confirmed Vincent had been explicitly ordered to avoid all contact with me. This time, Sharma strongly recommended I involve the local authorities. That was the turning point. His arrogance, his utter lack of remorse, solidified my resolve. I wanted justice, not just a slap on the wrist. I hired a local attorney, a sharp, no-nonsense woman named Ms. Chen. She warned me it wouldn't be cheap, but seeing Vincent's smug face, I knew it was worth every penny. The civil lawsuit was a spectacle. Vincent, in his infinite wisdom, decided to represent himself. He had multiple outbursts, interrupting the judge, making baseless accusations, and even calling the judge a corporate puppet. The judge, a seasoned local magistrate known for his stern demeanor, initially awarded me the equivalent of $50,000 for damages, medical expenses, and emotional distress. After Vincent's tirade, he paused, then calmly raised the judgment to $120,000. He then looked at me and asked if I wanted to pursue criminal charges. At this point, it was clear Vincent was incapable of learning. I agreed. My lawyer then advised me to apply for a regional travel injunction. Viridian City, being an international tech hub, had strict agreements with foreign corporations like Novus Tech. An injunction meant Vincent wouldn't be allowed to leave the country until the judgment was paid. Novus Tech, bound by these agreements, would not protect him or facilitate his departure. About a month after the civil judgment, the travel injunction was granted. 2 months later, the criminal case concluded. Vincent was found guilty of assault and disturbing the peace. Given his foreign status and his behavior in court, he was sentenced to 90 days in a local detention facility. I remember the day I heard corporate security had handed him over to the local authorities. He still owed me $120,000. I didn't hear anything for a year. Then Director Sharma called me. Vincent was being terminated from Novus Tech, chaptered out, as she put it. She also informed me that he was close to securing the funds to pay me to lift the injunction. She asked for my lawyer to make a final statement. A few weeks later, Lena, Vincent's ex-partner, contacted me. She explained that his escalating legal troubles, combined with his job loss and his refusal to acknowledge any wrongdoing, had ruined their relationship. He had maxed out every credit line and leaned heavily on his family to gather the funds. I gave her the payment details, and a few days later, the full $120,000 landed in my account. I sent Lena the receipt for the injunction release, and that was the last I ever heard from Vincent's side. I used a portion of that money to buy myself a sleek, new electric car, one with much better parking sensors. The rest went into a down payment on a prime investment property in the city. Vincent, on the other hand, was left with a ruined career, a criminal record, mountains of debt, and a failed relationship, all because he couldn't handle a minor fender bender like an adult. His arrogance cost him everything he had. I learned that sometimes, the most effective revenge is simply letting the legal system run its course when provoked beyond reason. Justice was served, and it tasted incredibly sweet.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.